Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This is going to be a lot less structured because I'm starting kind of a new series of videos just to make more videos. I want to make more videos and this is my attempt at doing so, and also make something kind of interesting to talk about with y'all. I might just be kind of crazy and a little bit unhinged, basically just writing of a bullet point of 4 points and that's it, you know, make bullet points, record, say things into the mic, record, edit, and upload. That's basically all the points that I've made on this document. So anyway, we're just gonna get into it, talking about Summoner's Rift and why I think that it is too long. It's too long. Summoner's Rift is way too long. You hit the play button, find match, you're basically signing up to about 50 minutes of your time just to play a game of League of Legends, more specifically Summoner's Rift. And I'm basically just talking from start to finish, where you hit the play button, it looks for a match, you get into champion select, and then you play the game. Yeah, sure, most games take maybe at least 30 minutes if there's no surrendering. If there's surrendering, it may last a little bit less. But if they aren't going to surrender and you're going to play the game full out, it's going to take about 40 minutes, pretty much. Most of my games take around 35 to 37. There have been games lately that have been taking upwards of like 50 to 52 minutes. The other day I played a game that was 55 minutes, and really it just is the worst. Not just because it's taking a long time, that's fair. Like a lot of other games that I play, like for example, I'm playing a lot of Monster Hunter, and it really is hard to compare the two because one is a single player experience most of the time, the other one's a competitive PvP game. But to be fair, when I'm in the game, it takes maybe, even if I'm playing badly, maybe 20 minutes to kill the monster and go on to the next one, and it's instant, and it's like I can keep going and going and going. The biggest thing, and I've said this on stream before, is that because the game takes so long, it makes losing the game feel really bad. It makes winning sometimes feel bad, and sometimes it feel exhausting, and overall just exhausting. The game is exhausting because it takes so much time out of your day. And no matter what, if you lose, you'll hate it. There's no like, oh man, we lost fair and square, it was a good game. You can say it's a good game, but deep down inside, you're just wishing that the game would die, and you wish that you could just uninstall it forever and go play something else. Though, that doesn't stop you from playing League of Legends like a chain smoker and constantly going, well, maybe just one more game. And that's, I guess, one reason why game modes like Abraham have become increasingly popular. There is room for improvement in a lot of these things, and we'll talk about this improvement later in the video, but I want to go and talk a little bit more on some examples about kind of showing you what there is to compare Summoner's Rift to in League of Legends, but also outside of League of Legends. Now, there are other game modes in the game that are super fun for a lot of people. Personally, I don't enjoy a lot of them. I don't really enjoy Earth. I don't really enjoy One for All and some other game modes, but a lot of people like those because besides the fact that they changed the game up a lot, they changed some fundamental mechanics, they tend to be a lot shorter to play than normal Summoner's Rift. I mean, if you're looking at Earth and Earth, those tend to go by really quickly, mainly because power levels are just turned up to 5 bajillion, and they just go and one-shot you with like 12 abilities one after another, which is one reason why I don't enjoy the game. One of the game modes that I really do enjoy, I know some people don't like it, but I do, is Nexus Blitz. Nexus Blitz is one of my favorite game modes in the game because it literally cannot last longer than 20 minutes. I mean, for goodness sake, the freaking Nexus, literally, they get up and walk through the lane to beat the shit out of each other. Now, one of the greatest things about this is that you can go through the game, you get a kind of almost full experience of League of Legends, you get to play your champion, get all the leveling up, but the game just doesn't last as long. And to be fair, Nexus Blitz is one of my favorites because there's like multiple different parts of the game, different little game modes to play in the game. I always thought that an objective-based game is way more interesting than farming for 15 minutes and then going and just trying to take towers for the rest of the time. Now, comparing League of Legends to some other games, I know this is kind of like, okay, bear with me as I talk about this because I know this game isn't exactly, you know, high on people's regards, but I used to really love playing the game in my spare time when I wasn't playing League of Legends because, well, it just was more fun, and that was Heroes of the Storm. I loved Heroes of the Storm. It was a fun game. It was just fun to play. It was just a fun game to play. Didn't take a whole lot of time out of the day. It wasn't any stupid farming or anything like that. There was stuff to do in the game. Like, you had to go and do stuff proactively to like push the game further, and those mechanics would just automatically make the game go faster. Yeah, sure, there's a bit of a mechanical difference between the games, there's different design choices that they made, but ultimately, while I wouldn't say Heroes of the Storm is a superior game to League of Legends, I say it had superior aspects to some of the things that we have currently in Summoner's Rift. And if we think about it, actually, there's a lot of mindless gold farming in League that kind of sucks the fun away. Personally, I've never been a fan of the whole farming thing. It's never been... It doesn't show any sort of skill, of course. Like, man, if you get the most gold, you'll generally win most of the time. Sure, fine. But gold is probably a big reason why the game takes so long in the first place. Aside from gold and the fact that there's all these other things inflating the time of the game, even with mechanics like Baron, Elder Dragon, Rift Herald, unless the enemy team surrenders at 20 minutes, you're dedicating, again, like 30 to 40 minutes every day or evening on a game of Summoner's Rift. And that's like time invested. Like 40 minutes of my life were wasted away into a game that I ultimately probably will lose most of the time. So what would I like to see different? And again, so these things are not, they're not like, they're not like things that I would put in the game because it would drastically change the game, although maybe the game needs to be changed drastically, okay? Like, just adding 2 Drakes every season isn't going to make the game more interesting, all right? Dragons don't make the game different, okay? Not even champions make the game different, because ultimately champions just end up being the same thing. Farm for 15 minutes, get to mid-game, push towers, win. That's about it. But what would I like to see different? Less farming. Or none at all. Farming is the least important, like the least fun part of League of Legends. It is boring, it is unnecessary, less of it. Make the laning phase shorter, I don't care. Just like get rid of it or change it drastically. I want to get into the game, doing the things that are important in the game right away. I don't want to wait for any of that. Oh, but you need to, like, it makes the, you know, your laning phase is the most important part of the game. It sets you up for the victory. No, shut up. How about we set up victory by playing well and playing our champions instead of me playing PvE for 15 minutes, okay? Just saying. More objective capturing. Add objectives to capture. That further the game progress. Add some other mechanics to the map, maybe. Or, Brain Blast, add more maps to the game that are are similar to Summoner's Rift that are competitive. Look, I know Riot Games. Look, I'll sit here with you. I'll sit down. Look, I just want to level out with you, all right? The last time you changed the map to look like Christmas was like 50 years ago. So, look, we just need something new, all right? Something changed. I'm not saying the game's dying, but look, it's just like I'm looking at the same grass every day. There's that brown spot right there. A snail. That was the most interesting thing the other day. I discovered there was a snail in the game. If you've seen it in my videos before. Put something else into the game that like makes us go fight more, makes us go do things more in the map, makes us go do other things. Because again, I'm gonna go back to Heroes of the Storm once again. Every single map was different, and you could say there are balancing issues with those kinds of things, but generally it was super fun to participate in all the different things to do in the map. Actually, to go different places, not to farm, but to go like capture a thing or defeat a thing. Anyway, that was my rant. We're gonna be making more of these videos because I have a whole lot to say. These videos are not really gonna get much traction, but for y'all that listen, I really do appreciate it. And tell me what you think down below. Tell me what are some of the things that you would add to the game or get rid of the game, or do you think the game is perfect? I might be wrong, I might be right, or somewhere in between. Let me know down in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, helps out a lot. How does it help? I have no frickin' clue. Hit the sub if you want to see more video content like this. I make other content, guide videos on League of Legends. There's a whole slew of things. I haven't really decided what I want to make because I have ADHD and I can't make a decision really easily. So we make all sorts of things for all different types of people. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it if you made this far. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.
Don't really